Good morning, Ms. You have been charged with one misdemeanor offense of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your bond is automatically set by schedule, and that amount is $1,500. Your court date is going to be scheduled for June 14th. If you bond out before then, that court date goes away. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. And did you have any questions for the court?
Amen.
You may be excused. Have a good day.
Know you be feeling like you all alone. We lie like a picture, get my dog a bone. She know I'm royal and I ride with crow. Put my feet in my love for you is just like Johnny. So you know how to.
Oh shit. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite YouTuber back with another bigger video. And if you're a new subscriber, then my name is Amaya. Welcome to my channel. You might as well go ahead and subscribe right now. If you're a returning subscriber, then y'all already know the vibes. Y'all already know the vibes. So, first off, what I gotta say is I ain't dropped no video in about 2 weeks. That's one, and the whole deal was supposed to be dropping video every Sunday. Y'all, I'm so sleepy. Okay, boom. Let me just point this out. One, new state, new background. I'm starting my summer classes for college, so I'm gonna be in a dorm, but I'm gonna do like the whole college moving vlog, dorm, this, classes, set up in the fall, because I gotta do it all over again in the fall. I just didn't want to do it in the summer. It was really like last minute, so trying to vlog all that and get it all done, that was just gonna be too much. So boom, yes, I'm gonna be in a dorm for the summer, so y'all gonna see me like on the college campus and whatnot. But yeah, that's one. Two, I ain't been dropping no videos. Well, for one, I was in jail. And y'all, what? I broke my freaking toe. Hold on. It might be dirty. It's not dirty. I just got the shower. But yeah, I broke my toe. I just really had a lot going on. And I don't know. Something was telling me, like, don't force no video. Don't get on YouTube and try to record a video just because, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't finna be on nothing like that. I was going to record a video when I felt like I want to record a video. As of right now, y'all trying to figure out why I went to jail. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is story time about not even how I went to jail, because obviously I went to jail doing something illegal. It's a story time about my experience in jail, like what happened when I got up in there, and then of course I'm gonna tell y'all how I got in there. So boom, let me just get straight into it. So boom, I graduated on a Thursday. I don't know, after graduation, it's straight grad parties. Like, we at every grad party. We at the grad party. So, boom. I graduated Thursday. I had my grad party the same day. Then, I think Friday we had got into something. And then Saturday was my friend's grad party. In my head, I was just going to go to her party, honestly. And I was going to be there for a couple hours. And I was going to come back home. Like, I wasn't going to drink or nothing. So it's getting later in the night, around like 10, 11, and I'm like, okay, well, let me go home. I'm gonna drive home and get some clothes. Yeah, I was gonna drive home and get some clothes because my house is like 10 minutes away from her house. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go home, get some clothes, this is that and the third, and I'm gonna come right back. Like, in my head, I'm coming right back. I'm going right back to where I just came from. So boom. So I'm driving. So the whole time I'm driving, my friend, I guess, okay, so I got another friend named Michaela. She had ended up coming with me, but she wanted to ride with her friends, so they just rode in another car behind me. Like, the whole situation, it was just whatever. Like, everybody was going with whatever, so it wasn't no big deal. I was like, okay, you can ride with her and I'll drive my car. Like, it's no biggie, for real. So the way there, mind you, it's Memorial Day weekend. So the way there, it's like 3 police cars. I seen like 3 police cars on the way to my house. So I'm just keeping in my head, like, let me be aware of what's going on. If you watch my Q&A that I smoke, like I'm smoking. Okay, boom, whatever. So of course, when I go to the house and get my clothes, I grab me a little bit of, like, the niggas want to smoke. Y'all know I grabbed me a little bit of that. Okay, so I grabbed my stuff. I got me a little outfit. Got me a little something to wear in the morning. Grabbed my toothbrush. Grabbed my jar. Because, y'all, I got the jar. Grabbed my jar. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to head out. I'm going to go back. I'm going to be straight. So me and Michaela, everybody drive. So we drive. All right. The way that the street is, it's like a highway. It's a 2-lane road, so 2-lane going this way, 2-lane coming this way. Let me tell you how I got bad luck on this road. Anyway, this is a whole nother story for another day. I done already got a ticket going down 138 before. So I just be real cautious on this road. But something in my foot was telling me, get it, go. I'm driving, speed limit is 45. I'm going 64. I'm going somewhere in my 60s, but I'm really not thinking nothing of it because I'm thinking, all right, the police officers that was pulling over the people on the way to the house, then I already took them people to jail. So they not worried about me on my way home. So I'm not thinking they're going to be there. Like, I really wasn't thinking. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really wasn't thinking. But anyways, I'm driving going down 138, going 64 and a 45, and damn don't I hear the sirens come behind me. So I'm sitting here looking around like, oh shit, that's for me? Like, these sirens for me? So, boom. I pull over to the side as I should. The police car get behind me. So, oh yeah, my Red Bull kicking in now, y'all. Okay, cool. Let me drink some more. Cause this one shit start getting serious. Police pull up behind me. What you pulling up behind me for? Police pull up behind me. So they come up to the car. They're like, hey man, you got your license on you? Keep my license in the back of my phone case. So I pull my license out, give them license. We really finna skip past all this because I really need y'all to know about what happened when I was in jail. Let me just tell y'all this. I went to jail for some weed. They put me in handcuffs. I called my mom and I called my dad. My mama, the whole scenario was just crazy. My mama basically couldn't drive, so my dad had to come get my mama, come get me. Like the whole lockup process was already crazy. Then y'all, I ain't never heard of you gotta go to the precinct, or maybe I'm tripping, or maybe just because I'm not supposed to be in jail, so I'm not even supposed to know about this. But okay, cool. He put me in the handcuffs. I get in the back seat. Maybe I'm also the only person that doesn't know that the back seats in the cop car is plastic. It's not regular cushion. So I'm sitting down, not paying attention. Y'all, I'm getting in the cop car. The cop car is like a little plastic seat like this. If you ain't never been in a cop car before, then I'm gonna just tell you now, it's not like the back seat of a regular car. So I get in thinking I'm gonna be sitting somewhere comfortable. I plop my butt in the hard plastic seat. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's not like that. I probably should have looked down at the seat before I put my butt in it, but man, I'm thinking I'm gonna hop in a regular car. So the officer's telling me to put my hands behind my back like I'm praying. I really feel like he's trying to be funny. So I got my hands like this, and he put this shit is not funny. It's not funny. Okay, cool. So he put my hands in the handcuffs. And I'm like, bro, oh yeah, I'm sitting there trying to explain to the police officer. I'm like, can you wait for my mom to get here? Can you wait for my parents to get here? Like, maybe they can get me out of this situation. I'm thinking mommy and daddy finna come save the day. So brother again, mind you, oh, let me tell y'all, it was 2 police officers. It was a light skinned one. He was a little bit fat. He kind of looked like a honey bun. Like, you know how a honey bun kind of get like small, then wide oval, then like small. That's how he looked. Then it was another little dark skinned little boy. He looked like 19 with a little short haircut. His name was Timothy. His name was Timothy. No, that wasn't his name. I think I just gave him that name. I don't remember, but it started with a T. Anyways, Timothy was the one that put me in the car, but Honey Bun was the one that put me in the handcuffs. And he was being, real funny about it. Fast forward. Skirt back. I didn't know that when you get arrested, they don't take you straight to jail. So I'm in the car preparing myself to go to jail. Well, trying to prepare myself to go to jail. The whole time we going to a whole different place. So me being me, I'm not finna sit here and cry. I'm not.
You lying? Yeah.
Oh, nah, I'm lying. When he started putting the handcuffs on me, I started crying because I thought it was gonna make him take the handcuffs off me. I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's just me by myself. I'm just a girl. This is really my first offense. Maybe if I start crying while he putting handcuffs on me, he not gonna put me in jail. Nah, that didn't work. So, yeah, so I realized crying wasn't gonna get me anywhere. So I just didn't cry. Like, nothing in me meant nothing. I didn't really want to cry. But, okay, so the whole time we on the way to what I thought was jail, I'm just talking to him. I'm like, can I talk to you? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was just like, well, I was born in Japan and my favorite color is pink. I'm about to go to college. Like, I don't know. Talking to him was calming my nerves. I also might have been a little high already. Then the man gonna have the nerve to ask me, he's talking about, how much have you smoked today? First of all, I'm high, not stupid. You're not finna trick me into telling you, you know what I'm saying? You done already found this great amount of weed on me. Now you want me to tell you how much I done smoked so I can go to super jail? I'm already I'm laughing, but this shit is really not funny. Like, I really went to jail. I'm really sitting here talking about it, and I really went to jail. Anyways, so yeah, so he's trying to get me to self-incriminate myself. So we get to the precinct. we pull up to the precinct, and I still had my Apple Watch on. So I'm on my Apple Watch texting my mom like, come get me. We in the car. I don't know where we going. Follow my location on my phone. Like, I'm sending her little messages off the watch, hoping she can come save me. Still, we already on the way to jail. I don't know what she can do at this point, but I'm thinking she can do something to get me out of trouble. So yeah, so they was being so trifling. They went to the extent of letting me get out the car at the precinct. My dad is talking to me. I'm telling him what's happening. Like, why did y'all just let me do all this and you wasn't even gonna let me get out of jail? Like, you still finna take me to jail? You might as well just let me handle all this on my free phone call. Like it was so stupid. But on the TV shows, or maybe, I don't know, I just never seen nobody go to no precinct and do paperwork before going to jail. I thought they went and took your ass and dropped you off at jail. Fast forward. So I ended up getting out of one cop car and getting into another one. It was like a truck. So I get into this truck cop car, and it's a lot bigger. But now it's with the honey bun that put me in the handcuffs. So honey bun that put me in handcuffs got me in his back seat. And honey bun think it's funny to drive off and slang me in the back seat. Y'all, we making all types of turns. Mind you, the police car, did I have on a seatbelt? No, they didn't put me in no seatbelt. So yeah, so I'm sitting in the back seat, hands like this, just swinging around in the back because Mr. Honeybun wants to drive the car so recklessly. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? I had fell asleep because it's like, there's no point in me stressing myself out and doing the most because it's like, it's nothing I can do. I'm finna go to jail. So, I'll give you a snack. I'm hungry. So, it's really mukbang. So we pull up to the jail, but let me tell y'all how stupid I am. Remember I grabbed my jar, but I had some mold on me, like literally in my pants. Because when the officer was walking up on me, first instinct just say put it in my pants. Because if he searched my car, not my pants. So when we pull up to the jail, I'm telling the officer like, hey bro, I got some more weed in my drawers. Like, I don't know what you gonna do with this. I don't know how you gonna get rid of this. I don't know if you finna go smoke it, but yeah. Just letting you know before I walk into this jail. So I walk in. First of all, as soon as you walk in the jail, it smell like straight ass. It don't matter what part you in. If you in the back, the front, the public, the sheriff's office, you could probably be in the courthouse and smell the jail because it smell like ass in there. So you walk in there, they got this metal detector. So the lady, you go up, you turn around, you put your hands on the wall, and you take 3 steps back. She gonna pat you down. Any piercings, jewelry, any of that, you take all that out. You gotta take off all your jewelry. Y'all know I got all these bracelets, Apple Watch, necklace. So I'm taking everything off. So this is gonna go with your property. They call this property. So then you walk to the metal detector. So yeah, I'm in jail. They're trying to be funny. Lady talking about, her weed strong. I can smell it right here. I can smell it just patting her down, duh. Bitch, if I'm gonna go out with a bang. It ain't no mid. So boom, trying to make little jokes. Then the man come back and was like, oh, you better be lucky that you told me you had the weed on you before you crossed this red line because bringing weed into a facility. Y'all, this honey bun talking to me, by the way. Bringing weed into the facility is a felony. This, that, and third. He just talking, just running his jumpers. I'm like, all right, sir. Like, thank you. I didn't get no felony. So at this point, I'm like, shit, I'm in it. Boy, I don't even go take my mugshot. because I just knew I was finna take me a little mug shot. So I come in jail after they do my thing. They took my handcuffs off and I was doing my pat down and my taking my jewelry off and stuff. So I didn't have any handcuffs. Did I have handcuffs on? I don't think so. No, I don't remember. But basically, after you go through like the metal detector, you go into jail. Here, it's jail, but it's like holding cells. And that's when you get to make your phone call, holding cells, basically. It's before you go back to general population. I had a vending machine in there, and it's like other officers and stuff coming in and out. Surprisingly, I started talking to the officers. Officers talking to me. I'll never forget, this is the one officer. Her name was Officer Watson or something like that. She was real cool, a little light-skinned lady. She was real cool, y'all. She was just telling me like, oh, you finna go to college, focus on your dreams, like stay focused, don't let this little stuff, get in the way. She was really like putting me down on some good advice for real. But it's just like, bitch, I'm still in jail. Like, I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. So, my mama knew where I was at. Cause I had called her before and stuff. So before you can make your first phone call, you gotta have your wristband. And your wristband is basically saying that you like check everything out. But my first I want to say like 30 minutes of being in there, I wasn't even in the cell. I was sitting on the bench with this with this lady. She had braids in her hair and she was taking the beads out of her hair. So we sitting there talking. I'm like, oh, this your first time in jail? She like, yeah. She like, this your first time in jail? I'm like, yeah, this my first time in jail. So we basically chopping it up. Then the officers start talking to me. Then they really like trying to get you mad. I feel like to push more charges on you, because they'll say little shit. Like the nigga kept saying shit to me like, oh, you dumb, you came in here high, da 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 da, who go to jail for weed? Like, bitch, first of all, shut up. It was just like the whole scenario. It was like I went to jail high, so I knew what was going on, but I didn't have a care in the world. Like, I'm just like in la la land for real. It's really not hitting me that I'm in jail. Like, it didn't hit me that I was in jail. I don't know when it hit me. So then they finally put me in the cell. It wasn't really a cell. It felt more like a room than a cell, though. Because it didn't have bars. It was a door. And it had a glass window. And you can see out the glass window. I was in Clayton County Jail, by the way. So I'm sitting in the jail. And when I go in the cell, it's only one other person in there. And it's a grown woman. And she was looking stressed the fuck out. She looked like she was ready to go. When I'm in there, though, I see this other girl. And she looked like around my age. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, people really go to jail. Like, this shit ain't nothing like forbidden or just like out the ordinary. Alright, boom. We had a little technical difficulty, but we back at it. Yeah, so the whole time I go in there and it's a girl, she looked like my age. So I'm alright, it's not that bad. Like, people really go to jail. Like, it's not, cause I don't know, it wasn't that I was like beating myself up about it, but I was just expecting to go in there and to be like a movie. Like, it's just people that done did some nut ass shit and they in here and it's gonna be some crazy people and I'm being there with like some crazy ass people doing some crazy stuff. But nah, it was people my age. Like, we was just chopping it up. So when I go in the cell, the girl who looked at my age and the old lady was in there, and then the girl with the beads had eventually came, the girl I was sitting with outside making jokes with. So we all in there, and at first when nobody was talking to like one another, it was kind of on some like, you just go in there and you think you're not supposed to talk to nobody. So wasn't nobody talking, but eventually the girl with the beads started a conversation with everybody. So she's asking like the mom, well the older lady, we didn't know she was a mama yet. She asking the older lady like, oh, what you up in here for? This is and third. So the lady started telling us what she was up in there for. So she telling us some crazy stuff, how she yanked up her daughter and some other stuff, but she wasn't in the wrong though. So we all talking. So then I'm trying to figure out why the girl that looked my age in there, because I'm like, shit, I want to know what you did. So she started telling us about some more crazy shit. Of course, I'm not gonna put their business on YouTube, but everybody just talking about why we all in jail or whatever. And I'm telling them why I'm in jail, and the girl with the beads was like, I don't even know why they put you in jail. Like, I got pulled over with some weed before, and all they did was give me a ticket. But she was in Atlanta, and when I got pulled over, I was in Clayton County. So I guess it's like different drug rules. I don't really know, but either way, they still put me in jail, whatever she was talking about. So yeah, so a little bit of time go by, and it's nothing like you can just get used to, or you just sitting there. Like, first of all, the beds was hard as fuck. It's like a metal, like I can't even explain it. It's just like a metal bench. That's all it's in there. It's 2 benches up in there. And then it's cold as fuck. They got the air on 43. So you just in there shivering, can't go to sleep because you're uncomfortable. You don't want to put your head down on the bench because that shit nasty. Then you look up in the ceiling and it's like it dried up tissue. What used to be wet tissue is now dried up on the, like, I guess the air vent to make it hot in there. I don't know what they had going on. Then it smelled like piss because they got a toilet in the dorm with you. Like, not even on no shit like you got a toilet seat and you just let the seat down after you pee. Like, no. Whole ass toilet open out for everybody to see you pissing up in the bathroom. So, of course, it smelled like pee. Eventually, I had ended up going to sleep, but I went to sleep in my lap. So, I was sitting, like, straight up, and then I still had on my regular clothes. They didn't give me, like, no clothes to change into yet or nothing like that. I still had on my regular clothes. Yeah, I ended up going to sleep like this, just with my hands in my face. By the time I was waking up, it was probably around, like, 2, 3 o'clock. Because I got pulled over at 11. Hold on. Let me make sure. I got pulled over at 11:58. That's when I texted the group chat. So I didn't get booked or start my whole process and shit till I woke up around like 2 o'clock. I was still in there chopping it up on the way to, like, all that shit took extra time. So by the time I'm getting ready to go through all the process and stuff, another girl come in there. She was cool as fuck though. We was all thinking she was gonna be on some different shit, like just come in there and maybe fuck up the vibe. Yeah. So my booking process didn't start until around like 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock in the morning come, I'm just now taking my mug shot. I didn't even get to the nursing part. I was finna go to the nurse because they basically make you take like a pregnancy test so that if anything happens to you, they can prescribe you medicine and whatnot. I took my pee. Mind you, I ain't even gonna cap y'all down. I was scared as fuck to take that pregnancy test in there. I'd be damned if I found out I was pregnant in jail. But anyway, so I didn't even get to do all that nursing. I guess shift was about to change, starting around, well, everybody in the room, there was 4 of them. So the new girl who came, stressed out mama, the girl that looked at my age, and the crazy lady with the beads. They was all up in there, back. Before the shift change, another girl had came in there. Another girl had came in there for speeding. She was probably like 23, 24. She had tattoos. She was real pretty. So she came in there. So now it's 5 of us. So yeah, so she came in there. She was getting off work, and they done got her ass on the speed test. And everybody had to go through the same process. So it was like, you can't go to the next step until they do they step. So even after I went and took my mugshot, and first of all, let me tell you something. When you go to jail, they trying to get, like, they want to remember your ass. So they gonna get every 10 fingers. They would probably get your toes if they could. Like, they trying to figure out how many tattoos you got. Like, they write down the description of your tattoos. They get your fingerprints. They get your mugshot. They get all your information. Basically, like, they want to make it to where when you come back to jail, because they just assuming you gonna come back, that they already got your ass locked in. Like, you locked in with jail. So yeah, they did all that stuff. So I go back in the cell and I'm sitting. But the whole time I'm sitting waiting, it's still shit going on outside of the cell. So you gonna see, goddamn, I seen Officer Watson, my homegirl, she had to tase a drunk man. Then came to jail in an all-white fit. She tased him. And they had him carrying out walking out the dude cell, stiff like this, like it was 2 officers holding him. That shit was crazy. Then they had while we was on the way to jail, they had came on the radio like, yeah, we got 1 stabbed and 2 injured on some shit like that, and 1 dead and 2, like, it was like basically some shit had happened and somebody had got stabbed and somebody died. That nigga who was on the radio came into the jail, so when he came in there, the whole jail went on lockdown. We all had to go back in our cell. He's sitting out there by himself. It was this man. He was like a Caucasian man. He had a whole lot of tattoos, and yeah, so shit, I was like 3 feet from a murderer up in there. And then when the shift change came around like 4 or 5, so we getting all new officers. So all the cool officers I done locked in with and got cool with, they leaving now. So ain't no more hee hee ha ha, none of that. It's real jail. So they came in there on business. They came in there, shit, 6 o'clock in the morning, they in the cell trying to get a head count. So they get everybody's name. Then this one new big bulky officer coming there talking about a general population. And I was trying to do everything to avoid general population because I honestly felt like I was too pretty to go to jail. Like a holding cell, okay, cool, I'm up in there, but I'm close to the outside. I know I'm finna go home. But general population, I wasn't trying to go back there. So he came in there talking about, oh yeah, y'all gotta get dressed for y'all court appearance, and then to get put to go to the back. That's what they kept calling it, going to the back. And then they just kept trying to make it so scary and all this other shit. But I had just woke up, so I'm like, before any of this shit, I need to make another phone call, because I might not even make it to court appearance. That's what I'm trying to say, to court appearance, because my mom's supposed to be up here right now trying to get me up out of here. I think around like 6:30, I had finally ended up getting on the phone with my mama. So I'm calling my mama like, Mom, what we doing? Like, what we finna do? So whole time, I'm calling my mama stressing out. She downstairs paying my bond. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm finna go home now. So I'm like, all right, I ain't even got to talk to my mama no more. Get off the phone with my mama. Then I called my friend, because I told her I was going to keep updating her and shit. And I was bored, and she had money on the phone, so I had to call her. But we chopping it up. Y'all, tell me why I got into it with the officer. The officer going to come over there and say, what did he say to me? He said something like, oh, I'm going to need you to get up off my phone, or something like that. First of all around this whole entire jail, it literally says, this is Victor Hill's house. So what you mean your phone? Like, you want me to get off your phone like you pay the bills up in this bitch? So I really feel like the black people up in there, they give them niggas a police officer uniform and a little gun and a little pew pew, and they think they got more power to tell me I can't use the phone with the minutes that I paid for. I ain't even paid for them, but you know, my partner paid for it. She had 15 minutes on the phone. We was on the phone for probably like 6 minutes. And we was actually talking about something. I think that's why I had caught an attitude. So at that point, I'm like, hell no. Like, ain't nobody finna be nowhere telling me I can't use the phone or I can't sit up and talk and it's my turn. And he was basically trying to tell me, like, he had to get other people in line. But wasn't nobody else stunting no damn phone. Like, I was the only one over there. And it can be 3 people over there at a time. And I was the only one. If anybody else wanted to use the phone, they would have brought their ass over there. So I was just like, fuck it. I had hung the phone up. I don't even want to talk no more. So I went in there. And so at this point, it's like 7 o'clock. I'm trying to figure out what the hell taking so long, because Officer Watson told me if I came up there with cash, I was just gonna be able to bond out quicker, but quicker than the people who bonded out through the bonding company. Like, we didn't even call the bonding company. I'm just straight, mama, we need 800. Come up to the jail, to the sheriff's office, whatever, and can you bond me out? So I'm trying to figure out why I'm not out